الله الرحمن الرحيم يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله والرسول فاتقوا الله وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون.
Alhamdulillah. We're still discussing our morals towards our parents. That is what we are still rehearsing ourselves upon. If we continue in the next 5 years, we may not be able to exhaust issues relating to parents, the relationship between parents and a child or children and parents. It is interwoven, it is intertwined, because in the morning, parents were taking care of a child or children. In the evening, children are expected to take over. Because at that particular point in time, father, mother may not have powers to run around to search for what they are going to find on, so on and so forth. Therefore, would it be when the time has come, having used your youthful age to develop a child, at that particular point in time, the child stands to look at you, eyeball to eyeball, nose to nose, mouth to mouth, that he's not going to show kindness, he's not going to show goodness to you. It's not done in anywhere. That is where the catastrophe, that is where the calamity will definitely befall on that child. You see people moving around, marauding, moving like locusts. They move from one place to another. They don't know where they are coming from. They don't know where they are going. I don't know. If you find out they had wronged their parents, it might be the parents are no longer on this earth. They are under the head below or beneath the head. What are you going to do about that? It is better to make hay when the sun shines. Move on now. Use your last penny. Use your last pence on your parents. Let them be happy. If you could not meet your parents, you have another brother, you are going to execute what you couldn't do to your parents. You are going to do that to your elder brother. Because your elder brother has taken a chance of your parents. You must ensure that your elder brother, who stands as your father, will be adequately taken good care of. Otherwise, Almighty Allah knows how to reward. You don't believe I'm worshiping Almighty Allah. You don't believe that I am going for jihad. You don't believe that I have a very good wife, good family, that you are neglecting your parents. If you do that, whatever you feel you have cultivated will not stand firmly. It will not. Therefore, you need to retract. Go back. Find what is happening. What is going on? Go back. If you do that, then you are expecting a good life. Otherwise, you will not have a good life. Sit down with them, show them love, play with them, gist with them, so on and so forth. When you do that, they laugh with you, they play with you, they pray for you, you equally pray for them, it will be well with you, it will be well with you too. The life will be so what? Will be so sweet. Your life will be a life to emulate, so on and so forth. A man came to Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, he said, Ya Rasulallah, Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, my father is claiming my property. My father is taking up my wealth. That is why I came to report this issue before you. Said, go and call your father for me. When he returned to go and call the father, Malaika Jibril was sent by Almighty Allah. Said, go and greet that man for me. When the man called, first of all, he greeted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, that Almighty Allah said I should greet you. Then, when that man comes, before any other thing, ask that man, what was he using his mind to say? What was he discussing in his mind that no ear or no ears have heard it? No ears have heard it. Ask the man, what was he saying? Well, eventually, the man came. When the man came, he came and met with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Then he said, your son said you are taking control of his wealth. He said, you may ask him whether that was not spent in his paternal uncle or auntie, that is paternal auntie and maternal auntie, or myself. He said, let us suspend that first. I want to find out when you were coming here, you were rehearsing something in your heart that no, your ears could not even hear it. He said he was happy that even with your presence, we're happy with your presence being around us. And I said, yes, actually, I was discussing within myself. I was discussing, my ears could not have heard them. I discussed. What was exactly was I talking? I was saying about this my boy. Look at how I took care of this my boy. I fed him to become from a cradle to become a matured being. When he was sick, we couldn't sleep. We are sure that he meets up with his mate, he stands with his mates, so on and so forth. I was just rigmaroling those things in my heart, in my mind. But today my son has grown. What of his own sin that will come to me is angry upon it. How could I be? My own son. He saw me as a neighbor. What neighbors could do to me is what he's doing to me. My own biological son could do this to me. He was so stingy to me. Anything I touch of him, he gets angry or he flares. How could I be? Those are things I was rehearsing in my mind. I was rehearsing this matter, looking at the whole scenario, looking at the scene that has been happening. Now, this one now knows he has what? وَأَخَذَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. Prophet Muhammad now gripped that son. بِتَعَلَى بِيبِ. Even he grabbed the shirt he was holding. He had the collar of it. He said, Anta wama luka liabika. You and whatever you feel you have in your wealth belong to your father. Is out. Go home. Go away. Your father is in control of you. Isn't that amazing judgment? Isn't that amazing revelation? Never you think you have something that it belongs to you, you will not fear of it. It belongs to your parents, your wife, your children, whatever you want to think. The only way, and it is not even free, the only way that you can be free is when they are dead. But we're going to come there when man came to ask Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam that now this man is from Medina, Mina Ansari. He's from Medina. He came to meet Prophet Muhammad. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. He said, now, is there anything that I will do now that my parents are no longer alive that will still get to them? Because I want to believe that they are dead. I don't need to do anything for them any longer. He said, yes, there are things you will do, about 4 of it. When you do it, you will still get to them. He said, number 1 of it, as-salatu alayhima. You got to do prayers for them. You can do it alone, al-fast. You can do it alone. You can gather people and say, come and help me to do prayer. I want to do la ilaha illallah. Do it for 100 times, 70,000, 100,000. I want to do it for them. You alone cannot do it. You gather people. You say, come and help me to pray for my father, my mother, that are no longer alive. He says so. You can read Quran, anything you feel, you can read. You can read the line of the Quran for what? For your dead parents. You can do that. Wastaghfirullahumma. Ask for forgiveness for them. No one can say he has stayed in this old house number of years and he stayed that he didn't commit one what? 140 situation. He didn't commit sin. You must ask for forgiveness. Ask the Lord. You can do it 100 times. You can do it 70 times. You can do it what? 70,000 times, 100,000 times. If you cannot do it, why not invite 1 or 2 persons to say, come and join me to pray for my dead parents? You must do that. وَيْفَازُ أَهْدِهِمْ مَا وَيْفَازُ أُهُدِهِمَا. According to Tirmidhi, they had made a promise. Ima Nazar, I am going to do this. They couldn't do it before they died. Someone will fulfill it. That is why when a Muslim dies, the first thing they ask of, if you know you are owing him or he is owing you, let us know. Someone else will stand and bear what? The responsibility. He would have made a promise that if Almighty Allah does this to me or does that to me, I am going to do 3 fasting, or I'm going to make 3 fasting in order to appreciate Almighty Allah. Then that time has come. No one, somebody will bear that responsibility. He has children, he has a brother, they must stand for it. He had promised somebody that I'm going to take you to Mecca next year, and he couldn't get to next year. It's a necessary. Somebody will pay for it. He had promised, I'm going to buy you a car. Unable to buy a car, someone has to buy that car. Doing that, the blessing continues. Going on. In form of sadaqah jariyah, it has to go like that. You must respect the 2 friends. There are certain things your father couldn't have told you. There are certain things your mother couldn't have told you, but you have told the friends. One of the friends still continue with the friendship, carry it on. Do not say, because my father, my mother is dead, or they are dead, I don't want to become a friend to their friend. No. There are certain discussions they would have had. There are things they would have done together. That person will be in a better position to tell you what happens, how did it go. Let us do this is what your daddy told me. Did he tell you this? Did he tell you that? Something of that nature. We did not talk. He said, do not ignore them. On our side, again, wasil, rahima. You must keep on relationship with their what? Their kinsmen, the brother, the sister. He said, because you wouldn't have had parents if not from the both of them. From the 2 of them. That is where you are going to have what? Parents. The father side, the mother side. When the 2 of them conglomerate, When they join together, that is where a family starts. No, do not be deceived when you are saying that it's only my father's side. I knew. You are deceiving yourself. Do not believe that is your mother's side alone. You knew. You are deceiving yourself. When the two come together, a family is being established. When the two come together, a family is being established. That is what was done. You must see. If you go to Quran, Hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam normally say, Oma lami yarham la yurham. If you are not merciful to someone, you will not be merciful. You will be merciful on. You must be merciful on someone, then you will be merciful on. He said again, a man went to do tawaf. He was carrying his mother, his aged mother, very old mother. He was backing the mother, and he used the mother to circumambulate, to round the Beit Atik, that Kaaba. He went round, he did tawaf as he was carrying the mother. He was doing tawaf. When he was done, what happened? When he was done, what happened? He went back to go to Prophet Muhammad. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. He narrated the deal. What happened? He narrated it to Prophet Muhammad. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. He was very rejoicing upon it. He was happy. He was saying it with all heartedness. He was so very wholeheartedness. He would say everything. That I carried my mother when this ayah was reviewed. وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ لَا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا وَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا وَخَفِضْ جَنَاحَ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ وَقُل رَّبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. When it was reviewed, I have decided to take my mother because it's an aged woman. I took her to Mecca, took her to Kaaba. We did the tawaf. We circumambulated many times. But I have believed that I have completed my part of it. وَقَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ لَا Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, no, what have been separated? Why? You have not just a bit of it, you have not started. You have not started. So why would you, what makes you to believe? What makes you to believe you have accomplished? Can you even give definition to that ayah? Do you know how many things your mother had done for you when you were at the cradle? Can you fulfill it? Can you meet up with them? You can't not meet up with them. In other words, try your best, be very prayerful. You see, even when someone dies, there are certain things you will do. There are certain people, for example, the moment their parents are gone, they forget about the father side, they forget about the mother side. It is not possible. You must go here, you must go here. Whatever is happening in your father's side, you will attend. Whatever is happening in your mother's side, you will attend. That is where that Sadaqatul Jariyah, we call it get to them. That is Sadaqatul Jariyah, a son, Al-Waladu Salih, Yadahu Lobma, a good son, a pious son, a purified son, calling, inviting prayer for the father, for the mother. If you are still missing with both sides of your parents, automatically you are doing Sadaqatul Jariyah, and that blessing still get to them. The moment you said, no, father is gone, mother is gone, I do not have any relationship with anyone, I don't want to see their faces, I don't want to talk to them. If you do so, how do you think we are going to make it possible? Prayers, the prayers of father side, the prayers of mother side, they work. It will be well with you. It will be well with you. It will not be well with you. It will not be well with you. May Almighty Allah help us. May Almighty Allah not let us wrong ourselves. That is what Almighty Allah said. Parents are not to joke with. Forget about 21st century. No matter how you feel you are social, no matter your level, no matter your degree, you must humble. You're not supposed to look at your father. You're not supposed to look at your mother eyeball to eyeball. You're talking. When your father is talking on a moral justification, you need to lower your gaze. When your father is standing, you need to bend down and talk to your father. Your father cannot be sitting, you are standing. That is not on a moral ground. You must, except your father said, you need to sit down. You have to wait for another. It baffles me that you see a little boy talking to your father, you are stretching your hand. If you want to stay long on this earth, unarmed, you are not supposed to be at the head of your father. That your father is, you are on the front of your daddy. Your daddy should be behind you. No, you must have to be in the back. You cannot be in the right hand side, the left hand side. Be in the back of your daddy. Except you have said, my son, come, sit down here with me. That is why. There should be what is called son-father relationship. Like the way there was father-son relationship. We need not to, downplay what Almighty Allah has said. In a very serious manner, Almighty Allah has 7 places. He made mention of parents. If you worship me, worship your parents. When you worship me, worship your parents. 7 good consecutive places. We have it in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2. We have it in Surah Al-Nisa chapter 4. We have it in Surah Al-An'am chapter 6. We have it in Surah Al-Isra chapter 17. We have it in Al-Kabut chapter 29. We have it in Luqman chapter 31. Then we have it in Surah Al-Ahqaf chapter 46. If you go there, in Surah Al-Baqarah, go to verse 83. If you want to find out in Surah Al-Nisa, go to verse 36. When you want to find out in Surah Al-An'am, go to 151. When you want to find out in Surah Al-Isra, go to 23. When you want to find out in Surah Al-Kabut, go to verse 8. If you want to go to Surah Al-Luqman, go to verse 30 or 40. If you want to talk in Surah Al-46, which is Surah Al-Ahqaf, go to verse 15. All those things are elaborated. In Surah Al-Luqman, which is chapter 31, and Surah Al-Ahqaf, that is where he said, Amalati umuhu wana ala wani, wafisaluhu fi aimen anishkuru li waliwalidik. You know what it say? Your mommy, from one place to another, you have the temerity, you have the audacity to look at your mother face to face. Your mother is talking. You are renouncing. You said it will not to work. Except on dialogue. You cannot totally shut your mother down. You cannot totally shut your father down. Because what they are seeing, you cannot see it. When you go to Surah Al-Ahqaf, he said, what did he say there? When he was pregnanting, that he was from one difficulties to another. When he wanted to give birth to you, it was on one another difficult. It's between life and death. Now he has done it with 30 months, which is 2 months, 2 years and 6 months. So What is it that glorious Quran, Almighty Allah has not spoken? He has emphasized, was alu ala zikri ekuntum la ta'lamun. Ask those who have knowledge. Ask those who have knowledge. If you people do not have knowledge, ask people. You will be tutored. You will be what? Lectured, and you will be educated. If you do not have all this, how do you think you are going to sustain? You think just to worship Almighty Allah? There are some other peripheral that you must pass through before you get to Almighty Allah. I am going to go to paradise, you're quite sure. We're not doubting that fact. But if you ignore your parents, forget about paradise. Paradise will ignore you. You may be subjected to hellfire. May Almighty Allah not subject us to hellfire. May Almighty Allah not subject us to hellfire. May Almighty Allah guide all of us. May Almighty Allah give us knowledge. Give us our children, all our ulama. May Almighty Allah make them to be very disciplined. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. صلوا على النبي الكريم صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم.
أنت نور الله فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام